And I'm younger than you, obviously.
No way. Are you?
Just a fraction.
You're sort of Mr. Shoreditch, aren't you?
I've been here 30 years.
Wow.
When I finished college, I set up in practice here straight away and just started doing conversions, loft apartments, bars, restaurants, nightclubs.
When I was young, I was interested in the artists which were thriving in Shoreditch, so it was natural for me to kind of migrate here. It was a really kind of melting pot for artists and makers at the time, so it felt a great place to be.
We obviously inherited this site with a planning consent for an office, a new build office, and therefore we wanted something that would fit, that wasn't going to jar, because ultimately we're here to be additive to the community. Who is this building for, and what therefore should we create? Something that was modern, that was more appropriate for the city, was not going to fit and was not going to land well. Therefore, what was? Well, number one, I guess, is something beautiful. If we think about what's important to every generation, not just younger generations, that sustainability piece. How do you weave those two drivers together?
Timber is kind of part of our history. I think it's easy to forget that because we've been living in this kind of like era of building concrete and steel buildings.
It's definitely got a soul and a kind of meaning. When you look at the kind of timber, it feels like it's got life and it's had life.
I love that idea of soul, by the way. I think it's a really beautiful way of putting it. You feel comfortable in these buildings. It has a really soft acoustic. I think that is what people are looking for, and that's where people want to be.
Yeah, a sanctuary.
Yeah, exactly.
A sanctuary of work.
Yeah, somewhere that's pleasant to be in and cozy, and you can work, but you can hang out as well.
Yeah.
It can be done differently.
And it can look great. There's so many layers to the interior that I could spend all day talking about it and point out different things because there's been so many people involved and so many makers and artists. And I think that goes back to Shoreditch of how it's a celebration of young people and young creatives that are brought together in a building and celebrated.
If you build better and create a better environment, people are going to be attracted to that environment. That they're able to say, this is a sustainable building. This is why we're here, because it represents our values as people. We talk in the office about creating something that is beautifully sustainable.
Yeah,
And I think that's an important ambition.